Rafael Leao could be on the move this summer, and Milan may have to cash in with big clubs like Arsenal, Man United in for him, and having consistent contact with Rafael Leao over the potential move this summer. Now, this would be huge because Rafael Leao is a big name player who's valued on at least 100 million. Now, this lad has had a bit of a slump year this season, but previous years he's actually been fundamental for Milan winning a league and also making the Champions League semifinal. Rafael was a key part on these run-ins, and now the lad might be on the move going to the Premier League. Now, he is a left winger, and Arsenal have a lot of depth when it comes to wingers, but Mikel Arteta has been known on moving players, positioning some named, Kai Havertz goes from striker to center mid to center attacking mid. He's even played at times on the wing. Gabriel Jesus as well, he's played striker, he's played on the wings. Ben White has been, the biggest position change because he was a center back at Brighton and his first couple seasons with Arsenal, and now he's playing right back, which he's done phenomenally. Tomiyasu as well has been playing right back, but then he's been moved on fullback. Urian Timber, he was a center back at Ajax, and now he's been playing and right back as well, and now he's been playing left. He played left back for the few games he played for at Arsenal, so he isn't afraid of changing players' positions, and I believe Rafael Leao could be a fundamental striker because he has the build. He's 6'2". He's fast. He's, a skillful player, physical player. He has everything that a striker would need fundamentally. And I believe, he is worth the money. Obviously, with goals this season, it hasn't been up to par previous seasons, but that could change in Arsenal's system as well as him playing striker for Arsenal. Now, Rafael Leao here, Man United have their sights set, but if you're Rafael Leao, who are you choosing? Arsenal or Man United? Man United is not even going to be, in the top 8 this season possibly. They could easily fall off of that because these lads have been struggling with Fulham at home, and their manager could be on the move, hopefully for them, as well as a new financial takeover. Right now, Man United is in a mess right now, and a lad at 24 years old who's a big name player, I believe it's best for him to go to a club more like Arsenal than a club in a banter era like Man United. 124 million, I believe that is a pretty steep price for him. I believe more 80, 90 million would be the right price. Maybe if this was a year ago, 124 million would be reasonable, but he has had a slump season. That being said, if we look at his stats here, he has played striker before. He has played 69 games with 23 goals and 8 assists. But obviously his stats at the left wing position, why Milan plays him there mostly, is because he has 45 goals and 41 assists in 147 games. That is phenomenal. That is, class from him. 90 million is what he's worth. Milan's going to probably take 124, rallying him at 124, but what he is worth is 90 million, which I do agree with transfer market here. 90 million is what he's worth, but obviously Milan is going to be looking to get more money on, as much money as possible. Now, there is another striker that Arsenal has been, heavily linked with. But if it comes down to him or Leao, I'm taking Leao and I'm putting him as striker because if you look at Arsenal's squad, they have Gabriel Jesus, Kai Havertz, dare I mention Eddie Nketiah, who I hope is shipped off this season. So at the moment, I do have to mention him. That all can play striker, have the ability of playing striker. So let's say Rafael Leao is put as striker next season. He's bought for 100 million. He's Arsenal's number 9. He's the striker, no matter what, right? And he has slumped. He has failed at striker. Well, Arsenal could come back and put him at left wing. I know you might be saying, oh, Trossard or Martinelli. Couple things on that. Martinelli has had a slow season. A slow season. So some competition with Rafael wouldn't hurt. And Trossard could go back to the right wing. He could play right and left wing. And he could play mostly more on the right wing. And now it would be Saka and Trossard on the right being the options. And on the left, you would have Leao and Martinelli. And then you would go out and get a striker the following season or whenever you feel is necessary. And Gabriel Jesus and Kai Havertz would end up playing striker for the time being until you bring in another striker. Or if you're satisfied, Mikel Arteta, with them as your strikers. But Rafael Leao doesn't have to play striker. You could come in and try to make him the striker, but if that fails, he could always go back to left wing, and we all know at left wing, he's putting up phenomenal numbers. Now, the thing is, if you bring in this lad, Victor Gyökeres, I believe is how you say it. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. He does have really good numbers. 26 games, 22 goals, 9 assists. You might be saying, that is world-class, lad. And this season, 42 games, 36 goals, 15 assists. That is phenomenal. But he is playing in a league that is debatably not even top 5 in the world. And he's playing for Sporting Lisboa. All right? And you might be saying, oh, many class players like Cristiano Ronaldo have came out of Sporting Lisboa. I completely understand that. But this man here is 25 years old. He's banging it, and they want 100 million for him. 100 million for a lad who's had a first breakout season, and you would think, oh, he's probably, on the run in the Europa League. No, they are not in the run in the Europa League. They got kicked out in the round of 16 by a team that did just humble Liverpool 3-0 at home. Let's whew, that's something else, lads. That is something else to be humbled like that, But Gyökeres here, he's had his time in England with Coventry, Brighton as well, but he's came to Sporting, and it seems like the manager's put in some confidence in him, and he's put him as striker, and he seems like he's a great finisher. But the thing is, it's very different finishing at a Portuguese league where there's not as much pressure as there would be if he's in the Emirates with Arsenal getting hate, win or lose, because Arsenal get hate, win or lose. If they win, they're hated on for celebrating. They lose, they're hated on for losing. They draw against Bayern Munich, from going from losing to Burnley away from home 1-0 because of Granit Xhaka mistake, right? Getting bantered there. And now you're drawing in the quarterfinals of the Champions League 2-2 to Bayern Munich, right? The Bayern Munich. Now you're saying, and going from 5-1 losses to 2-2, still getting bantered. So if he's ready to come in and put the same performances, by all means, go get him. But 100 million for him is insane. 55 million is what they're valuing him. I agree with that. If we could get him, I think 65 million. We're giving you 10 million above the transfer market value. I don't believe any other club is going to be giving anything more than 60 million for this lad. Obviously, he's had a phenomenal breakthrough season with Sporting, but we also have to keep in mind the competition that is that he that he is facing, and is not as good as the competition Rafael is facing, which we all can agree the Serie A is the most defensive league in the world. That's their priority, is defending, right? That's the thing about Italy and Italians. Defending is their art, is their love, That's why we see a lot more world-class defenders for Italy than attackers, because they prioritize defending. And obviously, Rafael has done really well in his career. Obviously, this season is a bit of a drop off as his previous seasons, but we know what he's capable of. He's 6'2". Obviously this Gyökeres striker as well is a very physical guy, and I believe that's what Arsenal's been lacking, a physical finishing number 9. And I believe both of these lads have the potential to. But if I had to put my money on it, I'd go Rafael Leao. Obviously, he'll be more expensive because he's been doing it for a little bit longer. Gyökeres is a 1 year older, but he's had less great seasons like Leao. This season he's been better, but Leao in previous season has been better, if that makes sense. But anyways, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more videos, and make sure to comment down below who would you rather see as the striker for Arsenal next season, Rafael Leao or Victor Gyökeres. But anyways, thank you guys for watching.